Whoever thought a trip to get candy would result in an encounter with ghosts? My wife and I decided to take a day trip, and it ended up in northeastern Ohio in the town of Coshocton, which is the home of a historic village known as Roscoe Village. It's a historically restored village that's been maintained back to the early days of Ohio. There are many old brick buildings and shops that line the streets, which are very quaint, and it was very relaxing until I decided to tickle my sweet tooth. The sweet shop there is located in a nondescript red brick building. There weren't many people there that day, so I had the place to myself. Once I was inside, I was greeted by the greatest array of candies from today and the past that I've ever seen. My little kid inner voice exploded in excitement. I made my way through the store, perusing all the different sweet treats, and then I ended up at the back of the store. And that's where things got a little weird. I was checking out the various products. Then I heard a giggling sound, and the hair on the back of my neck went up. This wasn't normal, because I knew I was in the store by myself. At first I ignored it, then it kept coming back. I spun around in the small room, and I couldn't find anybody there, or the source for the sound. It stopped for a moment, and I slowly backed out of the room and into the next room. Then the laughter began with a vengeance. It seemed to be coming from everywhere around me. It was a child's laughter, but it wasn't pleasant or soothing. It sent a chill up my spine. Again, I spun around to see if I could find the source of the sound, and I couldn't find it. Eventually, I backed my way back toward the front of the store, and there was a person at the cash register that seemed unfazed by what I was hearing. I shakily approached them, and they saw that something was wrong with me and asked what was up. At first I made an excuse like I was having a bad day, but I kept glancing toward the back of the store, and that must have clued them in. They asked, "What did you hear?" I asked, "What?" And they said, "The laughter, right?" We both shared a knowing glance, and I nodded my head silently up and down, not wanting to admit it out loud. They went on to tell me about other people who have reported it, and they've even heard it themselves. Nobody seems to know what the origin of this sound is. Some think it could be a small child that may have died in the building long before the sweet shop was there. There wasn't much more to say, so I left the shop with my few sweet treats and feeling a sense of foreboding following me as I walked away. I glanced back at the building, and I swear I could see a shape in the window on the second floor looking down at me. I quickly walked away, and I didn't glance back.